Hello YouTube, Relativity here, and we are back with some more Marvel Rivals Season 9 content. Today I want to show off Jubilee after I've played a few matches with her and tell her what I think. As you can see, I'm in a custom match so that I can guarantee that I get Jubilee for at least one game to be able to show her off. But as you can see, I already set a bot to Cloak and Dagger because she is not a main healer, it seems. It seems like she's kind of an off healer. So, or maybe it's just because nobody knows how to play her. But from first point of view, I feel like she is a like third support that you would want to play. Let's do Convoy. And yeah. Convoy. Let's do quick match. I don't want to do a super long match. So let's do Convoy and have them all bots. And let's get into this. So Jubilee, I believe her better team up is with the Hood. But since the Hood isn't out yet, you will not be able to have the enhanced team up. You'll still be able to make your primary attack a form of hit scan, which grants self-healing and can headshot, but you will not be able to do the enhanced version of this team up since the Hood is currently not in the game. Okay, so unfortunately we are attacking. She has quite a few abilities. Well, not that many abilities. She's got 1, 2, 3 in a passive. But the whole point, it seems, of Jubilee with this team up is to try and get her into the hit scan mode as much as possible so you can do crazy amount of damage with those critical hits slash headshots. You have two like firework bubbles or whatever you want to call them. Blooming balls. You got 2 blooming balls. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. That should not happen. And these blooming balls heal your team when you're by them. And then her shift puts her in that hit scan mode, which will allow her to, be able to do it. So my team is obviously dying, and this is not the best thing for me, because it's kind of forcing me to 1v1 this dino, which really shouldn't be happening. And as you can see, all the characters now have regenerative shields, which means that you have to worry more about your position than ever before, so you can regen those health. I truly think this is kind of Rival's way of saying, like, hey, yo, the reason why you're losing is not because of heals, but it's because of your positioning. And as you can see, this hit scan is really nice, especially into Dino. But, like, you also gotta be careful, because you still need to make sure you're healing your team, which I'm trying to do a lot with my bubbles, since they do AoE healing instead of just one target. I'm also trying to get into the state to hit scan as much as possible, so I can do damage, heal up my team, and do hit scan, which is, like my favorite type of characters. I'm quite good with hit scan, And then, as you can see, like, the only way she has of, like, self-healing is by tossing the bubble on herself. Except for maybe the Blade team up. The Blade team up may help you out because I think it gives you lifesteal. But besides that, it's not really doing anything. And her healing is quite underwhelming. I have a Devil Dino. Okay. My team can't stay alive to have an ult. Okay, this is... Okay. That's crazy. Are we sure these are all hard? Because it's kind of feeling like the enemy team is like extreme bots. While my team is just like easy. Okay, but I got him. I didn't really want to use my ult, but like my team just kept dying. That... Oh my goodness. Hawkeye, still crazy. But as you can see, I'm just trying to get her into the hit scan mode so that I can do damage, but also try to heal my teammates, because in the hit scan mode, it's the only time you can actually get headshots. Oh my goodness. Oh god. One thing about these bots is they're continuously going in when they don't have a full team. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah. She's quite weak if she doesn't have peel. And if her other support doesn't pancake her. I'll have to show you this in an actual match. But right now, this is just kind of hard since my team isn't actually real people and they're bots. But these are like some of the worst bots I have ever seen. Okay, I can't save him. There's too many ultimates. Everything's going on. I'm gonna need backup up. Hopefully, just keep headshotting this guy. Oh my god! And yeah, I can't survive. As you saw, I had a bubble on myself, but it's not enough healing to be able to survive the Dino ult. Okay. They're down. They also did somewhat buff Jubilee, since apparently they weren't showing the win rate that they were hoping. And you can see our bots are just kind of, you know, wasting their abilities. If I were a rich man. Oh my goodness. I'm about to have ult. Which I think the ultimate also puts you in the hit scan ability. But you really just want to keep yourself in this, because it's so much easier to get kills since her increased fire rate. And when you also flashbang enemies, you also get put into that hit scan state. Okay. If I were a rich man. Okay. Ooh, 11,000 healing, still quite underwhelming. But I am surprised that we are actually holding point. It's quite surprising. Also, Thor, he dies. But to be honest, I was kind of hoping that he had the Hela team up on so he could stay alive for a little bit longer. If I were rich. And yeah, we couldn't touch point. But that's Jubilee. She's pretty basic. She has her, like, firework balls. She has a shift form that gives her a little bit extra maneuverability, but also puts her into that hit scan state. She has her primary fire, and she has her ultimate. Really, not that much for a character. She's really not that complicated. It's complicated to get value from it, but her overall base kit is fine. Like, abilities, like her primary fire left quick puts her in hit scan form, gives her a little bit of maneuverability. Her E detonates the balls she throws out, which will apply a mark, which puts her in that hit scan state. Right click is throwing the balls, and then her passive is hitting targets. Spark will leave sparkle mark, and then her team up. So pretty easy to understand kit, but complex to actually get value out of her. And one of her weaknesses is being dove. Because when she's being dove, it's really hard because her self-healing options are fairly limited. Maybe that changes with the Blade team up, but overall, I think the Hood team up is just better for her overall. Unfortunately, we did not get Jubilee, so we will have to try somebody else. Bucky. Let's do Bucky. Let's do Bucky. So Bucky with their team up with Elsa basically shortens his cooldowns, which is like incredibly good. And if you have an Elsa on his team, all bonus HP that he receives will be you know what? This is a Jubilee video. I decided we're just gonna do another custom because that's what y'all came here for. This is a Jubilee video, not a Bucky video. So we're gonna have to add 11 bots, and this time instead of having a main healer, I'm just gonna see what the bots decide to do. Because if they decide to do something like Jubilee and Mantis, this might be a little bit harder than it seems. Okay, so as you can see, they want to do Jubilee and Ultron, which personally I do not think this support comp would work out. But that's not my choice. Yeah, so I definitely think doing custom matches are better because doing quick play, like, it's so iffy because during my quick matches over the past 2 days, it's either she gets insta-locked or nobody wants to play her. And you can never really tell what type of lobby you're in until you get in there. Because I've seen plenty of matches where Jubilee just doesn't get locked. But of course, when I want to make a video specifically about Jubilee, it doesn't work. Okay, that Daredevil. I kind of want to show y'all what it's gonna be like. I gotta try to keep Mag up. Okay, we're down a support. Okay, Mag is half. Okay. So, see, like, when you're facing non-shield tanks, those attacks really come in handy in that hit scan form. Because it just does so much damage compared to her primary. So as you can see, like, diving into my bubble was the only thing, but I was basically dead as soon as the Daredevil got back there because it was like my team was flopping over. I wish there was a way that I could. Like, I don't want to use my mobility because that's literally like my only thing that can give me a burst of damage and a burst of heals. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yeah. This is showcasing exactly what happens, like, if you don't get peel. Because, like, for example, if that was a Captain America, I would just been the same amount of screwed. So they reach first point. I try to save one for when I'm getting dive, even though I know I will completely and utterly die if I get dove. Like, see, this thing is coming back for me. And they're not even, like, trying to help me. They're just kind of... Okay. So, definitely... I shouldn't have ulted there because, to be honest, Punisher can just kind of kill through everything. And our Magneto already used his ult instead of saving it for Punisher. But, hey, I gotta give them credit. It's bots. As you can see, like, Jubilee is definitely not a playmaker, because if she was, we would probably be winning, but that's just, oh my. Yeah. Perfect examples. Jubilee is pretty underwhelming. Even if this was a quick match, it would probably be fairly similar. But I would definitely have a lot more survivability than in these custom matches. I'm truly just trying to stay in my hit scan state because it just does so much damage if I get headshots. Oh my god. And my team's critical, but I'm being killed back here, and I don't really have anyone helping me. So you can definitely tell her options are limited. Her options are very limited when it comes to her self-healing options. Yeah. I wouldn't mind learning this character because me and my friends want to have a X-Men team, and there's only 2 X-Men supports. So I would want to learn it just to be able to use it in a X-Men team. Okay, I am quite lucky that I am even still alive. Like, I'm over here 1v1ing 1v1ing a Daredevil and not being able to do anything about it. So, yeah, this is the basic concept. The basic concept of Jubilee. She isn't that great at healing, it seems, because her only cases of healing are her balls that she throws to try and heal. And then her team up heals herself. And maybe her shift heals herself. But there's not much about her that actually does anything. I think she's gonna be good in triple support comps, but until people actually know how to use her, even with her buffs she received today, I think she will mainly be triple support. So those are my first thoughts about Jubilee, and hopefully I'll be able to give y'all some more information about how she develops in meta later on. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.